Hey everybody, Kurtenbach here in Oakland. Want to talk to you about the Golden State Warriors 125-111 win over the New York Knicks. Not that surprising. Warriors beat a bad Knicks team. A little bit surprising on how it went down though. Warriors and Knicks played very tight in the first half. Warriors, great offensive game in the first half, but let the Knicks get anything they wanted. It reminded me a lot of that game right after the All-Star break when the Clippers just sort of took whatever they wanted offensively against the Warriors. And then, tell me if you've heard this one before, Warriors put the clamps on the Knicks in the third quarter, outscored the Knicks by 21 points. The Warriors are now plus 330 in third quarters this season. That's best in the NBA by double. Three big things I want to take away from this game. One, the Warriors defense, when it wants to engage, is still as good as any defense in the NBA. The only thing is they just don't engage all that often because they don't have to. Second big thing, Klay Thompson. Really nice game for Klay Thompson tonight. 26 points. He was on fire shooting the ball, and I thought he had an excellent game as a playmaker as well. A couple of really nice assists, 5 assists overall in the game for Klay Thompson, who has just been fantastic since the All-Star break. His defense has really been outstanding in 3 games since that trip down to LA. His shot hasn't always been there. It showed up tonight, and you see when Klay Thompson has both his offense and defense going, the Warriors are really difficult to beat. Speaking of really difficult to beat when this guy's on, Andre Iguodala was awesome on Monday, and he looks like he's found his bounce since the All-Star game. 9 points, and that doesn't really, shock you at all. It's not a big number or anything, but when Iguodala scores 10 or more points, the Warriors are 6-1 this season. You get close enough to that, you can understand where the success comes from. Andre also did something he hadn't done since November. He made 2 3-pointers on Monday night. It's a very good sign for the Warriors, who have been looking for Andre Iguodala's offensive game to sort of come around. There's a little bit of concern. My colleague Mark Medina wrote about the Warriors weren't that concerned, but the fact that it had to be brought up shows that there was some concern about Andre Iguodala's offensive game. Well, he's kind of putting all of those concerns to rest when it comes to how he's putting the ball in the basket. The question is, can the Warriors keep this up for the next 20-something games? Can Andre keep putting the ball in the hoop? Because this is the kind of performance that the Warriors need from Andre Iguodala come playoff time. You don't want to use up all of these baskets in February and March. All right, Warriors will head to Washington, D.C., and they're going to play the Washington Wizards, who are playing a lot better without John Wall. They're going to play them on Wednesday in the nation's capital before heading to Atlanta to close out a 3-game East Coast road trip against the Hawks. We'll be checking in with you from Washington, D.C. My colleague Mark Medina is there. Follow him for all of the latest Warriors news from the ground. Follow me and the Mercury news for everything Warriors.